When asked about Alek Manoah at the winter meetings a few days ago, Ross Atkins stated, "I do feel like he has earned already the right to have a strong leg up." That's fair. In 2021 and 2022, he was one of the best starters in baseball, averaged 5.9 WAR per 34 starts, and was all in all a cool guy to root for. But we can't look past what has happened in 2023. From his disastrous opening day start against the St. Louis Cardinals to getting shelled for 6 runs and only recording 1 out at home against the Houston Astros. The truth is, ever since he said pressure is something he put in tires before his playoff start, everything has gone downhill. His historic fall from success is pretty mind-blowing and puts a huge question mark on the Jays' rotation and offseason plans, because they only have 4 other options for the rotation in Kevin Gausman, Chris Bassett, Jose Barrios, and Yusei Kikuchi, leaving the Jays with a few different paths they can pursue. The first one is to trade Alek Manoah. Now, where is this coming from? Well, yesterday we got news that the Blue Jays have started to show interest in Dylan Carlson, an outfielder for the St. Louis Cardinals who has experienced a few down seasons and is a good change of scenery candidate. Later on in this article, it is stated that Alek Manoah could be an interesting fit for these talks, since he is also a former top prospect coming off a down year. It may seem crazy to trade Manoah for a guy worth just 5 WAR in 4 years, and personally, I wouldn't be a big fan of it. But let me tell you exactly what the thought behind this is. The Jays' biggest holes are at third base and left field. At third base, rumors are circulating that Matt Chapman may return. If this is the case, then he will take up a huge amount of the total spend this offseason, not leaving much for left field. That's where this deal comes in. It would solve that problem for a few years and for not that much money. But as I mentioned, this is not what I want to happen this winter, and I'd much rather the Jays pursue one of these 2 options. Both hold great reward, however, extreme risk. The first one is to sign a veteran starter on the market. Names like James Paxton, a Canadian that holds a stellar .369 career ERA in 156 starts. Or Lance Lynn, another seasoned veteran who did have a poor 2023 season but holds a nice .374 career ERA in 341 appearances. Or finally, Wade Miley, who has posted a .326 ERA over the past 3 seasons. These 3 guys aren't going to make you go, "Oh wow, we got a whole lot better." That's not the point. Instead, they will be brought in as a seasoned veteran on a 1-year deal to help ensure that the rotation doesn't have a glaring hole in it to start the season. The downside of this is Alek Manoah is kicked to the curb. Even if he performs in camp and starts the season well, signing any of these 3 guys would surely take up the last starting spot because they wouldn't be signing as a reliever or as minors depth, and something tells me the Jays won't run with a 6-man brigade. To sum it up, the plus side of this option is the Jays don't enter the season with a huge question mark, but at the expense of the organization basically telling Manoah they don't trust him enough to take full control of the last spot. And the last option, which I think the Jays should do, is give Alek Manoah a chance this February and March to prove his worth. But just like the other option, this comes with extreme risk. If he is given the opportunity to take full control of a rotation spot, then we won't be able to know if he is back to his best until the end of April. By that time, every decent veteran starter will have already signed elsewhere, and if Manoah is anywhere close to his .587 ERA self, then the team will be in the exact same spot as in 2023, banking on relievers like Trevor Richards and Bowden Francis to combine for 5 to 6 innings, taxing the bullpen in the process. The club also doesn't have that many options in the minor leagues. Ricky Tiedemann is definitely a guy that can move into the rotation, but because of his biceps injury last season, he missed a lot of time and most likely won't be up until later in the season. Again, to sum up, on the plus side, not signing a starter could give Manoah extra motivation to return to his best because his team backs him to start for them come April, but at the expense of risking the exact same scenario that happened in 2023. All in all, it's a pretty difficult decision to make, but it's an important one Ross Atkins must answer this offseason. Let me know which option you would pursue in the comments, and please, if you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more awesome Jays content you will love all offseason long.